Just when the Congress thought it had enough problems, one of its most famous internal artillery units has opened fire again. Yes, Mani Shankar Aiyar is back. 12 years after the infamous Chai Wala comment that helped gift the BJP one of its most powerful political narratives in 2014, the party's bitter octogenarian ex-Darbari has launched what can only be described as fresh enemy action against his own side. And this time, it's a direct attack. And this time, he seems to be at the climax of a very long frustration arc. There's no other way to put it. First, Mani Shankar Aiyar stunned the Congress party by predicting that Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan would return for a third consecutive term in the upcoming assembly elections in Kerala. In that state where power traditionally swings like a pendulum, that is not analysis, that is political sacrilege for the Congress party. The party reacted quickly, saying Mani Shankar Aiyar has had no role for years in the party. That clearly was the wrong move, because Mani Shankar Aiyar has now done what he had carefully avoided all his life. He has crossed the Lakshman Rekha in an interview to NDTV that has exploded and gone viral, declaring he's a Nehruvian and a Rajivian, but not a Rahulian. Translation: the old loyalist is now settling scores with the current Rahul Congress. The Congress is technically correct. Let me be very frank. Mani Shankar Aiyar holds no position. He speaks for no one. And yet, every time he speaks, he dominates the conversation. Perhaps because his outbursts fit neatly into the BJP's favorite storyline of a Congress in decline, where even lifelong loyalists feel free to attack the Congress party. The real question tonight is this: why does the Congress keep him in this strange political purgatory? Not inside, not outside, just relevant enough to cause maximum damage like he has over the last 48 hours. Because every time, very frankly, every time Mani Shankar Aiyar rises from political retirement, he's in his 80s. It is not a comeback, it's a self-goal. And by reacting to him at all, the Congress may only be confirming the larger question it wants to avoid, that the problem is not Mani Shankar Aiyar. The problem is that people like him still matter.
He is a tattoo, a puppet.
As the polls approach, the crisis deepens, requiring some major firefighting. Congress is in a world of hurt as leaders within the organization go at each other. None more so than veteran Congress leader and resident maverick Mani Shankar Aiyar. Aiyar seems to have declared war with the Congress itself, hitting out at Pawan Khera, Rahul Gandhi, K.C. Venugopal, while seemingly supporting the chief ministers of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It all started with an NDTV interview where Aiyar shot off at Pawan Khera for distancing from his comments over Vijayan holding power in Kerala and called Khera a puppet.
He is a tattoo, a puppet of the Congress. He's not a spokesman.
Aiyar then doubled down on his attacks, threatening to kick Khera if he expelled him.
I am in the Congress party. I haven't left it. But of course, if Pawan Khera is going to expel me, I'll happily go outside and kick his backside after I left.
As the war continues to simmer, Aiyar also called K.C. Venugopal a rowdy, while pitching Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and India bloc ally M.K. Stalin as the ideal man to consolidate the alliance. Adding insult to injury, Aiyar even called out fellow Congress leaders for blindly following the Gandhi-Nehru family and called himself a Rajivian more than a Rahulian. But Aiyar isn't Congress's only problem at the moment. Poll-bound states continue to cause turmoil for the party as Tamil Nadu Congress chief remains miffed with national leaders over seat-sharing talks.
யாரும் பொதுவெளியில் கூட்டணியை பற்றி பேசக்கூடாது. கிளியரா ராகுல் காந்தி அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார், மல்லிகார்ஜுன கார்கே அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார், வேணுகோபால் அவர்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கார். இப்போ ராகுல்ஜியை விட மல்லிகார்ஜுன கார்கேயை விட யாராவது பெரியவங்க இருக்கிறாங்களான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல.
Meanwhile, in West Bengal, India bloc ally TMC has now pitched Mamata Banerjee as the ideal candidate to lead the alliance. And finally in Assam, where veteran leader Bhupen Bora resigned from the party, citing internal dissent. Congress continues to firefight the situation. However, with Bora seeking time to reconsider after holding talks with senior leaders. Trouble mounts for the Congress party across India, while elections approach swiftly. With Sriram Ganesh, Bureau Report, NDTV.
So as you can see, Mani Shankar Aiyar has fired in different directions, whether it is at Rahul Gandhi, whether it is at K.C. Venugopal, whether it is at Shashi Tharoor, whether it is at the Congress leadership in general. But he has also made a lot of people pause and wonder about whether it is a larger indication of problems within the Congress party. The 5 questions I'm asking tonight before we jump into our debate. Number 1, is Mani Shankar Aiyar best ignored? He holds no position. He's got no power in the Congress party. Or is he a symptom of the Congress fault lines and that's the reason why he makes headlines? Number 2, is Mani Shankar Aiyar proven right by the current series of Congress crises in different states that are going to the elections? Is he basically sitting back and saying, see, I told you so? Number 3, is a weakened Congress vulnerable in poll-bound states? And that's also one of the reasons people like Mani Shankar Aiyar feel emboldened to take these open pot shots at the High Command, which is something that would have been unthinkable earlier for someone like him. Number 4, do motor mouths like Mani Shankar Aiyar expose how weakened the High Command has become? Behavior of this kind would have been considered blasphemy, especially for darbaris like Mani Shankar Aiyar in the past. And number 5, is this why India allies are now openly taking pot shots at the Congress party? The general sense that there is indiscipline, there are fault lines, there are pulls and pressures within the party, no sense of discipline, and an overwhelming sense that the Congress is basically lurching from one crisis to the other. Let's debate tonight. Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP. Tehseen Poonawalla is a political analyst. Usually favors the Congress, but I understand he's taken a very strong stance against Mani Shankar Aiyar tonight. Sanjay Jha is a political analyst, supports Mani Shankar Aiyar and the Congress party. Rajat Sethi is a political analyst. I will let all my guests take their positions independently. I don't want to lead into what they think. But Shehzad, why is the BJP so gleeful about an octogenarian, frustrated former Darbari? He's got no role in the Congress party. He's standing in some room in Kerala where the average age is 200 years old and taking pot shots at the Congress party. Why is the BJP so happy tonight?
No, the glee on my face is not as part of national spokesperson of BJP, but as former Congress leader. So therefore, that glee should not be mistaken, Shiv. I'm gleeing because of the past history I've had. And you can ignore Mani Shankar Aiyar, you can ignore many symptoms, but the disease that Mani Shankar Aiyar is reflecting can't be ignored. And that disease is called leadership crisis, aka Rahul Gandhi, aka no confidence in Rahul. Let me just sum up what has happened so far. Rahul has lost 95 elections. That means Janmat has no confidence in Rahul. Rahul Gandhi has got a reality check from TMC today, and TMC is not the only ally partner. In fact, JMM, Sharad Pawar's party, Omar Abdullah, DMK, all of them keep giving the reality check to Rahul Gandhi. They disassociate with him. They tell him what his reality is. So there is no Sangat for Rahul, no Janmat, no Sangat. And now the third thing, the only pillar on which Rahul was surviving was Janpat. But even Janpat has gone. And just consider this. Mani Shankar Aiyar, the prime pillar of Janpat, he was the first family's most closest retainer. It is now not in steadiness. Then Digvijay Singh, Ghulam Nabi Azad, series of the erstwhile Darbaris, they have all shown no confidence in Rahul. In fact, even many Congress leaders are showing that they have no confidence in Rahul and they are leaving the Congress party. So no Janmat, no Sangat, no Janpat. And can I just drop a little bit of controversial thing also? Because Tehseen is there, so it has come to my mind. Mani Shankar Aiyar is not as irrelevant as many would try to project. Tehseen will obviously. Sonia Gandhi has attended the book ceremony of Mani Shankar Aiyar in 2023. I don't think many other leaders get that honor, even if they are serving as high positions in Congress. And Mani Shankar Aiyar's last political activity was that he had gone to campaign for Priyanka. And today's statement of Mani Shankar Aiyar is, I am not a Rahulian. He has not said, I'm not a Priyankian. He has not said, I'm not a Priyankian. He has said, I'm not a Rahulian. So I wonder if this is a very convoluted way of sending the brother a message to certain family retainers.
Tehseen, the fact that Mani Shankar Aiyar, hosted Sonia Gandhi at his book launch, Mani Shankar Aiyar got to walk alongside Rahul Gandhi at the Bharat Jodo Yatra, kind of flies in the face of what I said in the opening, is that he's an old, washed-up, octogenarian, irrelevant guy in the Congress party. Clearly, his word still has some kind of an effect, and that's the reason why the Congress even reacted to what he said. Tehseen?
So, Shiv, thank you so much for having me on the show, and congratulations to NDTV. You all got an exclusive. But look, Mani Shankar Aiyar is exactly what he was, and I give myself credit. I identified, I'm going to use very strong words, and I stand by everything I say. I identified this venomous person in 2009, 2010. This venomous person, when he was a minister, he lost in Tamil Nadu in a 2009 election which the Congress swept Tamil Nadu. This guy lost. He was made a minister. He was the first one to start the CWG. BJP never attacked on CWG. This man started it. Who did he not fight against? He fought against CWG. He fought against Jaypal Reddy. He fought against the Ambanis. He fought against everybody in spoiled relations. He was still made a minister via the president's route. After that, in 2014, he's such a mass leader in Tamil Nadu, such a mass leader, that in an election of two groups in Tamil Nadu is two groups, DMK, Congress, AIDMK and BJP. This man came fourth. In a group, in a race of two, he came fourth. This guy is such a mass leader. He is nothing but a frustrated old man who's ranting, rambling. His impact in Tamil Nadu politics is as much as an infant's in a grandmaster chess competition. Even the infant will do slightly better. But so please, Mani Shankar Aiyar is of no consequence. He may get some TV time, he may get some TV bites. He's going to have zero impact in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. If he had, he wouldn't have come fourth in a race of...
No, but Tehseen, the only problem is it's not just TV time that he's getting. He has gotten agency from the highest command of the Congress party. And that is a truism. Very quick rebuttal from Shehzad. Then I want to bring Rajat and Sanjay.
Tehseen is today, I think he has got call and WhatsApp from Pawan Khera and KC Venugopal. So don't go by what he's saying. I'll tell you why. If the Tehseen Poonawala's contention is so venomous, then why Sonia Gandhi patronized him? Why Priyanka Vadra patronized him in 2024 bipole of Wayanad? And Tehseen Poonawala, you will say tomorrow even TMC is venomous because they have challenged Rahul Gandhi. JMM is venomous. The problem is Rahul. Beta problem hai, aap दूसरों को दोष दे रहे हो. But Tehseen has not answered one question. How come he said, I am not Rahulian? He has not said anything about Priyankian. शिव अरूर जी इतना भोला भाला मत समझो प्रियंका जी के कैंप को. नहीं इतना भोला भाला मत समझो.
I'll just answer that quickly. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is the best orator Congress has, and there's no difference between Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and the others.
No, but if you also if you read Mani Shankar's book, the one that came out last, it's very clear that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has a kind of sympathetic relationship with Mani Shankar Aiyar. But Rajat Sethi, I want to bring you in.
One line?
Today this has become a story, Rajat, because it's Mani Shankar Aiyar. He's a media magnet thanks to what he said in 2014. But is it today more symptomatic, more indicative of larger problems within the Congress party? Would you dismiss Mani Shankar Aiyar as just a washed up octogenarian, or do you think he should be listened to? Rajat.
Shiv, you had asked 5 questions at the beginning of your show, and there should be an option of all the above. All of those 5 things that you mentioned are actually true of the Congress party. And the 3 fellow panelists out here have far more experience of Congress than I have. I'm just an observer here. But I can tell you one thing. It is not about Mani Shankar Aiyar anymore. Back in 2014, he was the core of the Congress's think tank, what they thought about Prime Minister Modi then. Right now, he's on the fringes, but he's symptomatic of everything that is wrong with the Congress party. There has to be a reason why every single state the party is imploding. The reason how I interpret is because there is no core glue of an ideology. If you ask Mani Shankar Aiyar, what do you stand for? And if you ask a Ritun Bora, what do you stand for? And if you ask somebody in Haryana who lost the elections, what do you stand for? The only commonality or the one thing that holds them together is power or the lure for power. Nothing else. I mean, how can you sustain in public life when you are so bereft from any core set of ideas? If you do not stand true to those ideas, you would want to come out and stab each other out in pure open bloodbath that we are seeing all across. Pick any state.
Yeah.
Or just pick any. You pick the neighboring state of Karnataka. You see what is happening in Tamil Nadu. You see the parties fighting in West Bengal with their own alliance partners.
Assam
Here, the
also.
ideology. I mean, when you talk about India alliance, they are not sure whether left ideology is to be respected or to be fought against. You don't know the same about Trinamool. You see in every single state the parties vertically split into two. We saw what happened to G23 and all of those parties. Why is this fragmentation that we are seeing all around?
Yeah.
The core problem is that there are no set of ideals. There were actually, unfortunately, no ideals whatsoever with this party. They just clung on to power because there were fewer challengers. The moment challengers grew in and they were able to present another sort of picture to the Indian citizen, Indian citizens latched onto it. I'm sorry, it is decaying in a slow, painful death of the Congress party that we are all observing before us.
Okay, Sanjay Jha, Rajat says yes to all of the questions that I asked at the top of the show. You've known Mani Shankar Aiyar, you've functioned with him closely. Should his words be taken seriously or should they be dismissed? Are they symptomatic or are they best ignored? Sanjay, no whataboutery on Mani Shankar's very serious words, because those are serious charges.
Shiv, good evening to you and to all the fellow panelists. I'm very often with them on the same program. Kind request to you, please do not interrupt me because I happen to know Mani well. I happen to know Pawan well. And if you don't interrupt me, I'll actually put this entire conversation in perspective. I like the fact that there is so much of Schadenfreude on demonstration on what Mani said about the Congress and Shashi and Pawan and Jairam, etc. Fair enough. But why isn't there the same level of enthusiasm for a man who's from the BJP? And I want to read out his tweet of just 3 days ago. Okay? Do not interrupt me.
Why don't you first answer the question about the Congress?
No, I'm answering. You're interrupting me. You're interrupting me.
I'll allow you to say whatever you want about anybody else.
I will answer.
Okay, Okay, go ahead.
I will answer. Yeah, I think we had a gentleman's agreement.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching this program on NDTV, this is Dr. Subramanian Swamy, a formidable politician and a BJP member. This is his tweet of 3 days ago. Pussycats that Modi government is composed of will ultimately say meow and run for cover if foreign governments such as China and its chelas such as Pakistan will even growl. Modi by reputation will only scare young women such as Mansi Soni and make them migrate abroad to hide. Neither China nor Pakistan will care 2 hoots for India today and will grab Indian territory at will. Hindutva is heading for doom. If you ask me, we should be talking about what Dr. Swamy says, because Dr. Swamy is the man, by the way, whose case against the Gandhis on National Herald helped the BJP actually get a lot of momentum politically.
Sanjay,
and I do believe that. So here is my point. While it's okay to discuss money, we should also have these discussions in perspective. Now, let me answer the question on money.
Yeah.
Mani Shankar Aiyar, I'm going to be very frank with you, is completely wrong. And he's a friend of mine, Mani. In fact, I was supposed to have dinner with him a couple of weeks ago. I could not be there. Mani Shankar is wrong on Pawan. Pawan is doing a fantastic job, in my opinion. And Shashi is not dying to be a foreign minister. He's got great intellectual capital, whether he's in opposition or in government. And people can criticize Jairam for all they can.
Okay.
But given the level playing field, I think Jairam and the entire team is battling it out. Now, here is where Mani is also right, let me tell you. Because Mani ideologically is more a congressman than many congressmen today. Mani's heart is, I think, probably one of the most secular liberal in a true sense. I've known Mani for a long time. Anybody who knows Mani Shankar Aiyar and who likes the Congress, I would ask them to read the book that he wrote on Rajiv Gandhi. It was emotional. It was devastating. It talked about his love for Rajiv in a deeper sense.
Okay.
I think what he's feeling today is marginalized and worse, a little disrespectful.
Everyone wants to answer you, Sanjay. Okay, I gave you your time. Yeah, Shahzad, quickly.
See,
Now all
first of all,
answers
I
will
just
be
want to
short
point out what
answers.
I-
First opening answers, I gave everyone time. Now short answers. Yes, Shehzad.
Yep.
Just the irony of the situation is that the two panelists who are defending Congress point of view, one does not want to be in Congress and one Congress does not want that he should be part of Congress.
Nothing
So it is
personal.
ironical.
Shehzad, come on, don't be personal with people. Yeah.
No, I'm not being personal. I'm just reflect. Shiv, आपके show में तो reflect कर सकते हैं. It's all in democratic spirit. As a secondly, that look at Mani is wrong. But Mani has said exactly what my dear friend Sanjay written in an article, that this is a herd of scorpions fighting against each other, that Rahul Gandhi is not worth leading. These things Sanjay has written in a more polished language, sophisticated language, in an article. But so Sanjay has got suspended. Mani stays there. Now, Tehseen Poonawalla, last point I'm asking. Tehseen, if Mr. Mani Shankar Aiyar is so venomous, then why Mr. Khadgeji is not sacking him till now?
Answer that. Why is he still in the party if he says, I'm not a Rahulian, Pinarayi will become the CM? This is enemy action, Tehseen. This is not indiscipline. This is enemy action.
I agree. Also, his attack on KC Venugopal and Pawan was uncalled for. I mean, whatever you may have an issue, today Congress got 99 seats. KC's organizational strength was good and he's been appreciated for that. We'll win Kerala. So is Pawan doing a good job. So I think Mani has honestly, you must take action against Mani. He's time and again embarrassed the Congress. But I have one thing for the Congress. I think the Congress should send a bouquet of flowers to Mani, congratulate him and tell him thank you. Because everything this man says comes, the opposite happens. He said a prime minister lose 2014, he became 3-time prime minister. He said Gujarat something, the opposite happened. Whatever Mani Shankar Aiyar predicts, safely put your money opposite it and believe me, you will make money on Mani's prediction.
Rajat wanted to rebut Sanjay. Rajat.
See, my whole point is that
I want to come in, please.
Whether it is an outlier individual, just in the case of Subramanian Swamy, or is it what you see as the core cross-section of the party, the body politic of Congress in itself is full of such people. It is not just one outlier which we could have safely ignored and moved on and left it to the party's internal matter. Look at every single leader and the kind of comments that they are making of their own party. That is the root cause of the problem. If you want to gloss over it, with whataboutery or whatever you want to do, by all means do that. It is your party at the end of the day. We are mere spectators. We will have popcorns and enjoy the show till it lasts.
I just want to pick up from what, Sanjay, I'm coming to you in just in 30 seconds. I want to pick up from what Rajat said, because he said, we are fixating on Mani Shankar Aiyar. But look at just a handful of the poll-bound states just this year, and you will see that the man in some ways does have a point. Let me just, summarize that for us. Is this a crisis that is not centered around Mani Shankar Aiyar, but elsewhere as well? Mani Shankar Aiyar bats for Vijayan as the chief minister. Khera distances, says it's Aiyar's personal view. Mani Shankar Aiyar calls Khera tattu. It's become very, very ugly. And the Congress has every right to hit back. But look at Bengal. The Trinamool has pitched Mamta as a leader of the India bloc. Former media advisor to a Congress Prime Minister, Sanjay Baru, has put out an article pitching Mamta as a prime ministerial face. Then look at Assam, also poll-bound. Ex-Assam Congress chief Bhupen Bora has resigned. The veteran says he's been sidelined within the party. The Congress is firefighting. Gaurav Gogoi meets Bora, dials Rahul Gandhi. Bora seeks one day to take a final call. Come down to Tamil Nadu, where the Congress is most powerful. DMK adamant on no power sharing stand. Congress MPs are demanding power sharing formula. There's divide even within the Congress over an alliance with the DMK. Tamil Nadu Congress chief miffed with Manikam and Praveen Chakravarti. So the list actually just goes on and on. You've even got BK Hariprasad today in Karnataka taking a pot shot at DK Shivakumar. So Sanjay, the point is that Mani Shankar Aiyar has become an emotive issue because it's of the stickiness factor in the headlines. But the larger malaise within the Congress party, which is what he seems to indicate with his fulminations, cannot be ignored.
Shiv, I started by actually mentioning that Mani Shankar Aiyar has got his heart in the right place. He was suspended by the Congress. He never left. He left the party once, I remember. He came back. He's a diehard congressman. He's a diehard believer in a constitutional India. He's in fact, if you ask me, one of the most outspoken, witty people who probably at some point was exploited by the BJP, who termed him as a motor mouth. These things happen in politics. But, and I'm going to add to what you said, I'm not going to disagree with you here. The Congress needs to focus on the elections coming up in summer.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The Congress is not handling DMK well at all. I believe that you got to look at where your real battle is. The real battle for the Congress, if Congress wins Assam, I can tell you the political narrative of this country will be dramatically different after April. Because in all probability, the big brother DMK will hold on to Tamil Nadu. The Congress is wasting its precious assets in negotiating or getting into some kind of a kerfuffle with DMK, when DMK and Congress have been a very strong partnership since 2004. I don't know who's doing
that is
this.
totally sensible. That is totally sensible advice coming from Sanjay. Sanjay,
No, give me 30 seconds.
Quickly. Yeah.
In Kerala, the Congress needs to be, I think, consolidate this opportunity to win. I don't think Congress should even ignore Puducherry. Small state, but these things add to the narrative.
Okay.
I think in West Bengal, TMC, in all probability, Mamta is going to win. And I think she was brilliant in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I think that's changed the discourse in West
And
Bengal.
yet the Congress party didn't even stand side by side with her. It's a point that you've made.
Which leaves Assam.
It's a point that's taken well, Sanjay.
Your channel,
okay.
If I can, through your channel, request the Congress leadership, win Assam, and I can trust you, you never know what will happen by the end of the year in Indian politics.
Sanjay, I don't mean this in a personal way, but you've actually given the Congress some of the best advice, and yet you were sidelined, and that's also indicative of where the Congress party is. I've got 2 minutes left, 30 seconds to everyone, starting with you, Shehzad. Last point.
No, last time Sanjay was saying that we will win Haryana, we will win Maharashtra, we will win Bihar, we will win Delhi, everything will be okay. So I would request NDTV producers to remove that clips also. But having said that, chalo, Sanjay Jha is...
politics is about optimism and hope.
No, but you are...
that up.
It's like your optimism
I will never give that up.
Your optimism is on steroids. So anyways, let me not get into that. You can have that optimism. I am optimistic you will be in Congress back one day. But anyway, point is, Shiv, the major problem is Rahul Gandhi. He is not attracting confidence of leaders, of allies, of Janta, of anybody.
Okay.
Instead of fixing Rahul, we are fixing everything else. We are fixing Mani Shankar Aiyar. Are fix Rahul Gandhi, bhai.
I am not a Rahulian, says Mani Shankar. Even he went where most people don't go, Tehseen.
He's not even a Rajivian. He's just himself's man. I jokingly say he's the Sanjay Raut of India. Sanjay Raut is the Mani Shankar Aiyar of Maharashtra. Every time they open their mouth, the media enjoys. But I'll tell you one thing. Just look at an interview he gave to a YouTuber. I don't like YouTubers too much, but an interview he gave to a YouTuber and what he had to say about the late Rajiv Gandhi. Suddenly now a Rajivian. Ye aadmi kisi ka nahi hai. Please, if he could let the Congress down in 2010, I know what Sheila ji told me about him. I don't want to say it on national TV.
Okay.
The CWG opened because of this man. He was sports minister.
Last word to you, Rajat. Where does this leave the Congress party as it heads into these elections? Last word to you.
Well, if wishes were horses, then Sanjay ji would be riding those. But the problem is that is not true. You cannot, sit in air-conditioned offices and try and hope that Assam will fall your way. It requires a lot of effort. It requires you building your ideology first. If you have to start off, go to the drawing board. Why does Congress party need to exist today? Answer that question. Make a startup pitch for Congress party. Why should people invest their emotions behind this party? That has evaporated. Till you do not address this absolute core elevator pitch for your party is going to be in the bins. You will be a bankrupt party altogether in the days or months or years to come.
Okay. I'm completely out of time. Thank you very much, Shehzad, Sanjay, Rajat and Tehseen for being with me here tonight on India Matters. These are going to get even bigger, these debates, as we get closer to the elections. Thank you very much for your time tonight.